Tell me a little bit about that
Hmm?
tattoo right there, wide awake.
Yeah.
Why is it important to stay awake and especially wide awake?
Leaves less room for deception. You know, I think a lot of people are just going with the flow and they're not really paying attention. And it took me joining the Marine Corps and getting exposed in real world events to actually find out what was really going on. I haven't talked about it yet, but when I was in Iraq in 2003, a lot of people think we were over there for oil. I don't know anything about oil, but as a basic Marine rifleman, I was on the rooftops of banks providing security. Well, they changed out all the money with Saddam's face on it, and they put in a new money supply, the Central Bank of Iraq, that we, the West, controlled, because whoever controls your money supply controls your country. Like, if I turn off your money, well then, you're
Wow.
fucked. Right? And so even at 19, I knew something weird was going on. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing on the roof of this bank, dude? And so I ended up taking the money with me. I have it at home to have proof of what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Like, I knew it was that important. And so that's it. Why, after I got out of the military, I started studying history and figuring out why was I on the roof of that bank? Like, what's going on in the world? What's really happening? And it took me like 6 years worth of study and found out something about the Freemasons. And I was like, what are these guys involved? Like, what's going on here? So I joined the Freemasons in 2013. That's what pulled me out of seclusion, the seeking of truth and knowledge of what's really going on. And while I was in the Freemasons, I did find out a lot of things about history, a lot of nuances that a lot of people it's just lost today. And it's a history lesson, and people just don't know because they don't endeavor to study, you know? And so, yeah, I got the tattoo wide awake because I believe that because of the things that I've gone through in the real world in Iraq in 03, 04, and 06, being part of the first democratic election of Iraq, I was providing for security for that. Like, yeah, it's a whole big story, and I feel like I believe more that I know what's going on than the average civilian. But I mean, that's just my belief. Doesn't necessarily mean it's so, right? But I have endeavored to study history and to get involved in institutions, and I got involved in real world events, and so I have some firsthand experience, right? So it's a little bit different than the average person's opinion when they say things.
Definitely.